The following content shared is from the Creator Experience server. This content is not fully indicative of the final product, and there may or may not be changes in the version update that is official. When it comes to adding Robin has to essentially power creep one of them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bronya's at the top because of what she does. Sparkle is now, in the community sense, above Bronya because she does what Bronya does and more. And then you have May, who May is May, right? May is the queen doing everything, except obviously action events 4, but she still gives you speed, which is something that a lot of them can't do. Robin being a 5-star means that she has to do something that's clearly already here or something that one of these 3 characters do, but better. Honestly, Robin might be the easiest skip of my life.
If Robin could get her ultimate right here, right? If we can get Robin's ultimate right here, I think we can actually, can we zero cycle? I can probably zero this, right? Numby does damage? Yes! Yo! Tension to go, baby. What's good, guys? Yoku here. And yo, we got creative experience access. I'm pretty excited about that because I actually get to test a lot of the things that I normally would speculate on, but today we get to test this. So let me run you through it real quick. Obviously, I'm testing IPC emergency. I don't even know why you thought I was testing anything else, but I'm gonna test some other stuff. Anyway, regardless, let's go over IPC. Right now, I have my boy Ratio. All right, we are rocking the Pioneer set, something that I've recently been experimenting with on my own account. But I like this. This was a good idea or a good opportunity for me to test this out. I am E0 for all of my characters, but that will not remain, in particular for Topaz. But you guys know me, I love me some Topaz, so I'm gonna mess around with that. As of right now, though, like I said, we're on a full piece Pioneer, 76, 75, almost 3K attack, not too bad. Topaz, 2400, almost 2500 attack, 87 crit rate, 180 crit damage, good stuff. Really good stuff. All the traces are maxed out, by the way, guys. 10, 10, 10 on everybody, I think. Yeah, 10, 10 on everybody. Just to see the max potential, right? If I was to take somebody to the max, what would I be able to do? We have Robin. Now something funny. I was actually playing around with Robin with the full 4-piece messenger set, and I still had the same stuff, right? About 5 or 4K attack, around 4200 attack. I had 141 speed, which was pretty good. And then none of the other stuff mattered to me except some bulk, right? And then obviously the ERR. But Robin is a really particular and interesting character for me. Now, you guys saw the beginning clip of this video. You've heard my opinions on Robin, and if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me talk about Robin for a little bit. Well, maybe not a little bit, maybe just like 1 or 2 tweets, but Robin is a character that really surprised me because honestly, I genuinely just thought Robin was a glorified Bronya. And I say that with the utmost respect. It was just that I've already got all the other busted Harmony units in the game. I have Bronya. Now she's E1 now, thanks to the thanks to losing the 50-50 on Adventuring. Anyway, I have a E1 Bronya. I have the Sparkle E0. I've got an E2 May, right? Just thankfully, really good luck on that one. We've got E2 May, and I really don't need anyone else, right? We have Ting Yun, E6 Ting Yun. So there's a lot of Harmony characters that we already have. So when I made that previous video, when we first got to see Robin coming as one of the characters, what about Robin really stood out, or like rather nothing about Robin from the live stream stood out to me that made me want to say like, I would love to see Robin coming into the field. But as of right now, we're going to be rocking the 4-piece or the 2-piece, my bad, 2-piece Musketeer, 2-piece Physical, just because it was something that I could get my hands on eventually. And you might see it. I might do it this time. We might rock out with the 4-piece Musketeer and then a 2-piece Broken Kill. But ideally, what I want to do is, this is kind of like a first impressions, right? I want to see where I can go with Robin, what I can do with Robin, and I want to take her straight into the MOC 12 versus Coco. Now, there is probably going to be another MOC that I might test, but as of right now, this is just something that I know both Ratio and Topaz favor. They have very good favor in this MOC, and that is something that I want to kind of get a really good look at and see what could really happen from there. So can I get spades? Can I get spades? Okay, yeah. It's really hard. I recently learned about the whole spade thing with Adventuring and having a higher shield. I would love spades. But for those that don't know what Robin does, Robin is, for lack of better terms, I'm not going to call her glorified Bronya, okay? Robin is a character that has very similar traits to Bronya. Let me show you guys real quick, which is going to be advancing somebody forward. So her skill is going to give you a huge damage boost for 3 turns. Now, this part in particular, super big. All right, having a 50% damage boost across the board. This is Ruan Mei levels of quality, top tier. Okay, boost Ruan Mei levels. Then the ultimate. This is where you get a lot of stuff, right? Basically take what Bronya's skill does and then slap it into her ultimate, combine them, and then now you have Ruan Mei's ultimate. You have attack increase by 22% of whatever her attack is, plus 200. Something interesting about this though, let me tell you, just from a first impression, Robin doesn't have a cap. Most of the characters, right? I think I don't even think I have a character that is able to do that, right? Most of the time when you see a character, they'll have something in their kit that says something like blank percentage up to a certain amount. Like is it his talent with the crit damage thing? Here we go. Yeah, leverage. For every 100 of Aventurine's defense that exceeds 1600, increases his own crit rate by 2%, up to a maximum increase of 48%. Normally you see something like this on anything, right? Even Ruan Mei has something like that. But in Robin's case, Robin doesn't have that. So when she goes into concert state, increase all allies attack by 22.8% of Robin's attack plus 200. This means you can get Robin's attack as high as you want. If you somehow got 10k attack, 22% of that is getting boosted to everybody on the field, which is major for a character that's, you know, pretty much sacrificing her turn in order to give everyone else a chance to go again. And you really want to capitalize on that extra turn. That's really all it is, right? Capitalizing on the extra turn is going to be big for however you build her team. She also increases her own stuff whenever she does her physical, or rather she does an additional attack. You'll see it here in a moment, where she has a fixed crit rate of 100%, fixed crit damage of 150% on top of whatever her attack stat is already going to be. So her crit itself doesn't really matter. She's going to get guaranteed good crit rates no matter what. So it's pretty fine. She's immune to crowd control debuff, so they can't really do anything. They can hit her, but they can't really do anything to her that's really gonna, you know, make her, I'm scared for my life, whatever. And then of course the big one here, impromptu flourish, which is gonna increase the crit damage for all allies using follow-up attacks by 25%. So you stack this on top of Topaz, and this is why you might have seen a lot of people saying Topaz and Robin is only good for follow-up attacks, which isn't inherently true. But Topaz is also going to be able to increase follow-up attack damage, right? So she's increasing the damage by 50%. And then I'll be for Light Cone. Yeah, her Light Cone also increases the follow-up attack damage by 30%. So an E0 S1 Topaz is already giving you a 80% follow-up attack damage increase. Then adding Robin into the mix, not including her Light Cone, but her ultimate is going to increase that just from one of her passive talents or her traces. Going to increase that crit damage by 25%. For those of you like myself, and again, we'll test this out, but for those that like myself that have an E1 Topaz, that's going to be huge for you, because E1 Topaz increases the crit damage that you do with follow-up attacks towards whatever enemy happens to have the deader state on them. So adding Robin into the mix of that is going to be really big for a number of different reasons. But let's try and play this out, right? Let me see what I can get here. I really don't like that he has Numby on him, so I kind of have to put Numby on the boy right here, and I hate that. You know what? Before we're gonna restart, I want a clean run. I want a clean fight. Clean fight. No ball hitting, no eye gouging, and no neck scratching. All right, let's do this. Can I get spades? There we go. Yes, this is the one. This has to be the one, right? Hit Numby. Come on, target the boy. Yes. Numby is on Frigid Prowler. This is what I like to see right here, all right? Robin, boom. Do your thing, baby girl. We're going to get a little bit of energy. Topaz does not need the energy. Her getting hit, I don't like that. But what this is going to let me do, now I can use Aventurine, which granted, Aventurine is going to get his stuff and give her energy anyway, so I probably won't need to, but let me just play it out, right? Boom. 15k, not too bad. No crits on that one, unfortunate. But now you see, we got the follow-up and Topaz has her shields back. So now what I'm able to do, I'm able to use Topaz's ultimate here. I feel like if I were to, I want to line it up so that Robin is going to get her ult, but I want the ult to be like at the very tail end of what's going on. And I want to take him out, but I feel like it's not going to work. I don't know. It's a really weird feeling for me to try and take him out, right? Because there are things that I could do here. Like I could split the damage between Ratio, have Ratio target down the T-Rex, and then knock this guy out with an ultimate, right? A combo between the ultimate and Topaz. But you guys let me know, how would you play this out, right? How have you been playing this out with IPC, stuff like that? Now, right here, like I said, I do have Robin's ultimate, but I want to save it because my Ratio still gets to go again. Ratio gets to go again, so I'm gonna let it happen, all right? And I'm gonna save my Aventurine's ultimate as well, specifically because I do not have Topaz coming up again right now. So I'm just going to let it bully, and I'm going to pop him with the ult. So what I would like to do, I would love it if it happens, is to take him out in one hit. But I know, maybe, please, big dick damage. Oh, so close. So close, man. I almost had it. If we would have been able to take him out in that one hit right there, I wouldn't have to waste anything on him. But now, because he's still alive, this doesn't help me in the slightest, okay? Maybe Numby basic attack could take him out. Yes, 50K with the break too. I love it. You love to see it. Numby goes boom. Ratio comes in, blam. All right, now I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. Bam. Yes, follow-up attack gets the break, baby. Yes, sir. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, that was a clean run through right there on the 0. All right, this is first time, by the way. First time, first impression. I'm just calculating the IPC team in my head because I love me some follow-up attacks. This is what I like, okay? I was very, very skeptical of Robin as a character because I did not know where she was gonna go. But seeing her work so wonderfully in a follow-up attacking team, like when you have the cards on the table, when you're able to activate your trap card, I use my spell card here. I play Pot of Greed, right? Robin is Pot of Greed. That's such a clean analogy. Robin is Pot of Greed. Now here we go, right? I don't know what to do here, but having a reset on the 0 cycle is so big because no, I don't think Robin's. I don't think she's gonna get it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think Robin's gonna get her ultimate again, but we could definitely test it out here, right? We're doing a lot. 41K, 118. Ooh, this ratio is hitting big time. I like this ratio. This ratio is doing really good damage, right? My ratio is kind of clean right now. Numby's coming through. Coco's taking a crap ton of... What do you have on you, baby girl? Tame, 2 stacks of Tame, right? So she's taking extra crit damage. That's 24%. Real good stuff. Effect res, she's going to get hit. Increases damage received. That's another 10%. And then also Numby, follow-up attack, 50%. We don't even have Robin hurting her, right? Like, I mean, granted, we do have Robin's ultimate active, but we don't have it working in the same manner that we would somewhere else. Robin's stuff is done. If I were to use ultimate here or my skill, her skill will not give me enough, but it would reset my my skill counter. But I don't want to do that right now because like I said, I don't think it'll work. But I don't need it for Numby either. So you know what? Just for the sake of doing it, let's do what I want to show you guys, right? That's how much you get from using her skill. Now my Numby has all of her stuff. Let me go ahead and use Numby as well, just to see. And the only reason I did this is because I didn't want to waste any energy, right? Getting energy for Numby is pretty difficult. If Robin could get her ultimate right here, right? If we can get Robin's ultimate right here, I think we can actually... Can we 0 cycle? Can I can probably 0 this, right? Numby does damage? Yes! Yo! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. How do I pull this off? How do I pull? I don't think I get the 0, but like, yo, if I could pull that off, that'd be insane. That would be, if I could pull that off, that'd be insane, bro. Like, I would have to kill this guy, right? I would have to take him out, which maybe can follow-up attack do that? I don't think I have enough. Numby? Wait a minute. I know I won't get the 0, but like Numby hits him anyway. Oh. You love to see it. You love to see it. And then ratio goes again. Hold on. To me, personally, that's a glorified 0 cycle. I know it doesn't count, right? You might be like, Joe, bro, it clearly has 29. I get it. I do. That was an amazing first impression. In my opinion, that might have been the best first impression that I could give for Robin. That was so clean. The ability, and to think that I wasn't going to use skill, right? I was not going to use skill to use basic attack. Using skill in that moment was great. Some of you might be asking, where did that extra energy come from? Because I know like my newer players and people that don't really understand or know what Robin's doing, just like myself, right? Again, first impression. Robin has, where is it at? Is it a trace, I believe? When using, no, not this one. She gets energy from something. This. Yeah. So there again, there's no cap, right? Some characters have a cap on what they can and can't receive. Robin gets energy from other people attacking. This is what makes follow-up attack teams, the IPC emergency teams, so strong, because the more they go, the more energy she gets, and the easier it will be for you to pop your ultimate, right? Because she's gonna get out of her ultimate if you go enough times. Her base 90, right? It still has an action value, so it's going up and up and up and up and up. The more in between stuff you have for Robin, so all of this stuff and then Robin, the more she climbs up, which is great. The less you have, I guess technically, you know, she'll still go up, but you don't really take advantage of that. You don't get a lot. The reason I say that is because what I've been noticing. Normally I run my Topaz, right? You guys see that it's 137. They're both 137, but Topaz gets to go first, so it's like a decimal point or something like that. Normally though, I run Topaz with attack boots. And that's just because I have a really solid, she has no attack, by the way. She's like 2300 attack, but her speed is like 135 or 134 with attack boots. I just have some really good speed values and the stuff, but I'm running both of them, right? My Ratio, this is Ratio's boots. He has speed. And then my Topaz, she has speed. The reason I'm doing that is because not only will they get to go twice in the same zero cycle, right? But now with Robin's speed, or rather with Robin's advanced forward, they get to go twice on their own. Robin advances them forward, and then that's their third time, right? So they get 3 actions. Each of them get 3 actions in one cycle, in the first zero cycle, right? In the first cycle. So that usually helps out. You guys saw it right there. If I'm able to, I guess, orchestrate it or do enough damage, whatever the case may be, and then boom, they hit it and I clear the first wave, it's a complete reset on the zero cycle. And that's big because now on that reset, I get to do it all over again. If I went 3 times in the first cycle, I can go 3 times in the second cycle. But you guys saw right there at the end, I was able to pull that off, still get Robin's ultimate, thankfully, and almost shave the zero cycle. Honestly, I don't think anything that I could think of right there would have had to have been more damage. I think it would have been, if Ratio would have knocked out Poco with just a regular skill right then and there, I think more damage would have happened. But I can't, what else can I ask for? More crit rate? Maybe more crit damage? I feel like everybody performed very good, right? Topaz having more damage would be the only thing that I could think of. Or maybe like, right, maybe Aventurine having more crit damage. This is one of those scenarios, right, guys? Remember, I talked about this during my Aventurine videos and when I compared like the defense build versus the damaging build. When you already have 4K defense, what else can you put stuff into? You can invest, right? Maybe had I invested into the crit damage of Aventurine and my Aventurine had like the 160, 170 crit damage as well, maybe his follow-up attacks and ultimate and his basic attacks, maybe all of that damage would have accumulated to shave off that last 4 or 5% on Coco. In fact, I know it would, because I've seen Aventurine's ultimate pop somebody for 5, 6, 7, 8% plenty of times on my own account. This is a perfect example of why having a character like Aventurine, I know this is a Robin video, but still, having a character like Aventurine, a sustain that has the ability to do damage, having a sustain or a harmony unit like Robin, who Robin passively, where is it at? She, during her ultimate, all of her stuff counts for an attack, right? She does these additional attacks that are 120% of whatever her attack is with a fixed crit rate. It's guaranteed to crit. It's guaranteed to have crit damage. This stuff adds up. It's huge. So ultimately, first impressions, right? Let's wrap this up. First impressions, I think we're finally coming to, and I'll make a whole video on this separate, right? But I think right now we are finally coming to what I would consider a balanced meta. And I know that might be really crazy for a lot of people because we've always had, you know, Bronya's the best, and then Ron May's the best, and then, oh, Sparkle versus Ron May. Still think May's better than Sparkle. I personally want to tell you that I think May is better than Robin, but it's gotten to a point now, and you have to keep up with me. Hear me out. This was explained to me in a very simple manner. Can't say who explained it to me yet because they're working on some stuff, and when you guys see this, oh man, you're gonna love the new stuff they're working on. But the way it was explained to me, let's imagine there's a cake, okay? One pie, one cake, whatever. And each unit takes up one, or not one, but some slices of the cake. Here, you know what? Let me give you a visual example. Back to my analogy of the cake, a pie, any circular thing, whatever, a graph, whatever you want to think of, I'm gonna use cake. Each harmony unit, Robin, Sparkle, and now Robin, Ron May, and Sparkle, right? Each of them are on this cake. They are a part of the cake. The cake is then divided into different team archetypes, okay? So you have follow-up attack, you have damage over time, you have hyper carry, you have, I guess, standard or generic, right? So, you know, like your regular Harmony unit, your main DPS character, your Nihility character, and then a sustain, something like that, anything like that, right? You have your, break teams with like Ruan Mei stuff, break-centric teams or break-focused teams, things like that. Each of these team archetypes fall under one of the Harmony characters, yeah? Each of the Harmony characters, Robin, Sparkle, Ruan Mei, now have equal team dividends that they highly favor. They operate wonderfully in this. And no, that doesn't mean, like, for instance, right, Ruan Mei operates in everything. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but that doesn't mean that she now dominates everything, right? Like, preferably, if you had the perfect account, like what I'm using right now, and I were ideally going to build X team, I don't have to put Ruan Mei on the team just because of Ruan Mei's damage buff. There is now a perfect best in slot character or Harmony unit for each team archetype. 2-2-2-2 or 2-2-2, 1-1-1. However you want to split it, it's equal now. And so with that in mind, now we have a balanced meta. No matter what team you decide to prioritize and man on your account, any of the two teams, right, out of like 6 or 8 different team archetypes that we have, well, I guess we don't really have team archetypes, but 6 or 8 different teams that we can orchestrate at a very high optimal level. High optimal level right now, 3 cycle clears or lower. Yeah, everybody functions wonderfully. You guys know how I am when it comes to explaining teams in this game. The IPC emergency team, y'all just saw how that operated. No other team in the game is doing this. Aventurine, Topaz, Dr. Ratio, having Robin on the squad. All of these things orchestrate wonderfully in the team that it's laid out to be. I love it. Same thing with, Acheron's team. We talk about Acheron all the time. I don't think I have Acheron like set up for the team display right now, but we have Acheron all the time. I talk about her all the time. It's my favorite character in the game, right? Boom, boom, boom. Her teams operate a certain way. Seele or Zila, I've been figuring out this team operates a certain way compared to any other team in the game. So there's a lot, well, maybe not any other team. You can replace Pela with Silver, but same stuff. You guys get what I'm saying, and I know that I'm just explaining this. I'm over-explaining at this point. Split the pie off in 2 sections each, right? You have a birthday party. Mei gets 2 slices. Sparkle gets 2 slices. And then Robin gets 2 slices. And I'm not forgetting about Bronya. It's just that Robin, man. Robin, as of right now, I think if I had to, like, again, these are my first impressions, guys. So if I'm getting things like, oh man, I can't believe you forgot about Bronya. No way Robin does this and Bronya does. Forgive me. Right now, the way that I feel like Robin is a team-wide version of Bronya. Everything that Bronya wants to give you, Robin gives you. The difference is Robin, she forces you to capitalize on that moment. Robin is not going to be one of those characters, as of how I feel right now, where you slap her on a team just like Bronya and you're able to just advance forward. You don't know. I think Robin is going to be one of the first, well, maybe not the first, like version 2.0 characters is what I call them. But she's going to be a really strong Harmony version 2.0 character that I think you will have to understand your team fully. This is not going to be a slapstick character. You need to know values. You need to understand how things work. The 100% advanced value, that's a cheat code. You don't have to know the math behind that. But you need to understand when to use it, how to use it, how much energy you gain. And then another thing, this is going to be major. I'll talk about this in another video because I still need to do some more testing on it. But her light cone, oh my goodness. 15% ERR on top of whatever else you're already getting. Dude, you already have an ERR rope. And then you get another 15% on top of that after all of her stacks are built up. Yeah. Boy, that really does help you out. It gives you a lot. And not having an ERR Harmony light cone, that might make or break some people being able to do what I just did. Getting that final ultimate in that last moment, the literal last moment before the cycle clears. This light cone might make or break that. So maybe from a casual perspective, maybe 0 cycles might be out of the question. You know, there's so many things that are running through my head right now about this character that I just, this was fun. Hoyoverse, thank you for allowing me to do this, bro. This was really fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. Stick around, guys. I'm loaded all week. All this week, we got Robin stuff, exclusive early access Robin stuff. I'm so excited to do this, bro. E1 Topaz, yo. Do you think, Pat, let me know real quick. Should we do E2 Topaz? Like, should we ball an E2 Topaz showcase? I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, comment down below. I appreciate everybody watching. This is super cool, super awesome to do. Once again, thank you, Hoyoverse. And yeah, I can't say my usual outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.